Back on the job with the 220 this morning. This is where I did the building pad. Well, you can't even see it. Last week, and the plumber's already come and put in the water pipes and sewer pipe. So they should probably pour concrete this week. Borrow pit is right there. And I am taking the pipe down here to the creek crossing to where I've got to build a road to access the other half of the property on the other side. So probably got a couple trees to take down and go ahead and clear this out, put the pipe in, and put some dirt in. Easy. I'm teeter-tottering over a stump. So this one we need a 30 foot of pipe. So we had a half a piece and I got a whole piece because they come in 20 foot pieces. And a 20 foot piece, by the time you raise it up, it's pretty narrow. So I got this other piece to add on to it. I set the big one in there, and then I got to spray some WD-40 on that. Probably put the skid steer bucket on it and then push them together. Plastic off. Right there and hold that together while I push the bell on. It's not ideal, but it'll work. Down here with the skid steer and hold that in place so that I can take that and push it on there. I just stuck it on there so it wouldn't get dirt in between it. You push it, here he comes. There we go. Nah, just sticking in the mud. The other piece was floating and this one wasn't. Alright, that's together. So got the pipe set down there in the valley, and I am loading dirt from on top of the hill. Scraped up a few good loads of good clay the other day. I'm going to use this and then dig the rest out of the borrow pit, load it in the dump truck, back down there and dump it out. Well, that first load turned into a 20-minute round trip. I left my cameras in here and I went on a walk, even though it's 300 feet back up here. I got stuck on the slick topsoil, and I could only go forward and backwards about 10 feet. But I was able to wiggle it up enough and take the skid steer and knock the pile of dirt down, and build me a little platform to get a running start and get on up the hill. So I'm going to take this and dump it out right before it got wet and spread it out, kind of make me a little path. So the next load I can go ahead and back on down there where the dirt needs to go. Dump this and spread it out on the path, and I'll come back and get this last load right here. Right there. That's all it took. Just couldn't do it with the skid steer. So even though it's all mud around it, or beside it there, this coarse gravelish clay material will it'll pack in there really good. Bridge across it. Like I say, all this is just a tractor crossing. I'm done with it, I'll be able to drive the dump truck over it and it won't even move. And I'll take a video to show you. It's all about how you place dirt. Couple more right there, and then I can do the rest of it with the skid steer. And finish pushing the rest of this in here after I probably one more load will take care of what I need to finish this off. I just wanted to show how good this stuff packs. That load right there, trucking that load right there is probably grossing 65,000-70,000 pounds. And for just driving over the skid steer, it only sunk down about 1.5 inches, so I think that's pretty good. So I'll spread that out. We are going to put rock around each side of this, and just stuff is pretty sandy. It'll just kind of hold that in place, level that off. I'm going to pull that brush out, put it out there in the field so that he can handle burning that or moving around with his tractor later on. Roadway is in now, and a load of rock is here. So I got the fabric put around the pipes. I'm gonna let him dump that out and then go ahead and put the riprap around both ends of the new crossing. Rocks are here. Shut the door and everything. The horse flies got so bad, or deer flies, you would literally have about 30 of them in the cab with you, and they will fly around your face and drive you absolutely crazy. So we're nice and comfy in the cab now, although it is a very nice day to have the door and windshield open. The flies are a nuisance. And that's a wrap. Come back down here with the skid steer and kind of clean up everything, but all the rock is put on the slope and around the pipe, so that will keep that from eroding. And he now has a nice road to access the other probably 8 or 10 acres of this property.